time now to talk about a fantastic show that's just had its run in WA here in Perth at the State Theatre, and it's moving on to Melbourne, and we've got the director and one of the cast here today. Thank you for coming in today, guys. Matt and, of course, Paul.
Hi, Fred.
Welcome to the couch. Now, you've had a great run with this fantastic... It's called Winterreise.
Yes.
I think I got that right.
Genau.
Yeah.
As the Germans would say.
Canoe, I'd say.
Genau.
But that's fine. Tell me about the show itself, please, Matt. You're the director.
Sure. Well, the Winterreise is a 24-part song cycle that Schubert wrote all the way back in 1827. And it's usually performed as a recital by a tenor in German. But we invited Paul Capsis to come along and look at reinventing some of the songs. So we've created a new theatre work that performs 14 of the songs in English. And Paul's joined on stage by a dancer and an older actor. And together, so it's it's centred around, I guess, three men living in this house responding to the songs of Schubert.
Tell me about your role, Paul.
Well, pretty much I do the songs.
Okay.
In English, 14 of the songs. And they're quite complicated Franz Schubert music.
Can you give me 30 seconds of a song? Just without any music or anything?
In the deepest rocky cavern, a will of the wisp has lured me there. How I'll even... That's just some of it.
That's the show.
That's kind of that's sort of cut up.
Do you sing that right at the end of the show to make sure people leave the building?
We do that a few times in the show just to make sure they're ready for
So we
it.
want you
What
to
a
know,
wonderful
Fred,
exit.
that there's a lot of other stuff
Oh, look,
going
you've
on.
made it very clear.
Blow some
I have to
fuse?
say, Paul, I was pretty much assured there's other stuff going on there. Thank you very much. Tell me the story behind the show. What's the basic story?
The basic story is that we meet an old man living in suburban Australia who's clearly who's a migrant who's actually arrived, and the way that he's dealing with, I guess, the journey of his past, the way he is dealing with his winter journey is by remembering the songs of Franz Schubert. So it's about learning how to, in some ways, survive and deal with trauma.
Sounds like is there a bit of humour in the actual show itself?
It's got moments of lightness, but they're always...
Paul saying no?
Well, it's not a light show.
No. There is, I mean, I guess there's some sense of humour in some parts.
So what sort of audience would you be capturing? Tell me the type of audience you're targeting the show to.
Mixed.
It's for a very mixed audience. And
Age group?
It's
very broad.
Okay.
I'd say 18 and up.
Yeah, yeah. But it's certainly more experimental work. It's a piece that looks at taking those songs and bringing them to a whole new sort of contemporary context.
How many other cast members are there?
There's a pianist that plays all the songs with Paul, Alistair Spence, and an actor, George Shestoff, and an amazing young dancer, James O'Hara.
Now, Paul, you've had a big background in musicals and plays and stuff.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit.
I've done it all. I mean, I've done commercial. I did Rocky Horror a couple of years ago with Iota, which is, you know, very commercial rock and roll musical, to plays about my grandmother, or just me on stage for an hour and a half.
So has this role been a fantastic one for you? What's been the pleasure of doing this one?
Well, it's a real challenge. The music is very difficult music. It's that you know, we do, even though we extend and we go into sort of dark territory of, you know, kind of Diamanda Galas, which is gothic kind of music, but pretty much the gist of it is the Franz Schubert, which is that classical style, which I've never had any training.
And being Winterreise,
So,
it's obviously German.
Yes.
Is there any German language in it?
Very little.
There's a little snippets, but
There's
no.
snippets.
But we really wanted to make it clear that this was sung in English and it's something that can be understood.
By mainstream.
Yeah.
Well, a huge compliment I got the other day was from a guy who's a huge Schubert fan, and he's a young guy and he's a teacher, and he said, because he's got lots of recordings of the original, and he just loved hearing it sung in English and also being taken somewhere else. This is what we do.
Fantastic.
You know,
Matt, you've had a background in musical theatre and plays and everything else for quite a time in Melbourne, Sydney. And tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, mainly in theatre. So I'm still living in Perth, but I've been moving around and working with sort of Sydney Theatre Company in Belfast in Sydney, and I'm just about to move to Melbourne and join the Malthouse Theatre as their associate director. So
fantastic. So the play is moving to Melbourne?
Yes.
And do you know roughly the dates?
The last 2 weeks of July.
Last 2 weeks of July. And tickets, what they need to do is maybe check out the website.
At the Malthouse Theatre.
Yeah, at the Malthouse Theatre, and they can get information from there.
They can.
And congratulations. I mean, all I can say is it's definitely different, that music. I won't let you sing it. I was going to ask you to sing us out a bit. you reckon you can do that for me, Paul?
Oh,
maybe give you
Matt,
another...
what do you suggest?
Oh, good. I'm on the spot. I don't know.
You are.
Well, you think about it. For more information, please check out our website at thecouch.com.au. It's called Winterreise. I think, jawohl. And you can check out our website for all the latest details as well. And are you going to take us out, Paul?
Yeah, this is the last song called The Organ Grinder.
I shall listen patiently.
Just beyond the town, an organ grinder stands.
Yep.
And he turns the handle with his frozen hands. Barefoot in the snow, he shuffles on his way. Not a single penny in his empty tray. Not a single penny in his empty tray. Not
quite the ending I thought he was going to do, but thank you very much for being on the show. Good luck with Winterreise.
Thanks, Fred.
And check out our website for more information. Thank you.